Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Please take your seats, for the Vobes show will be beginning in a few seconds. It's recommended that you sit on your posterior in a relaxed position. Grip something in your hand, because you may find the content of today's show will send shivers down your spine. Yes, we're going to arouse your senses with some unusual effects. You may need tinted glasses, a pair of shoehorns, and a couple of galaxy bars. The show will be starting very soon. Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Vobie, One-Eyed Kenobi Showbie with the lovely Julia.
Hello.
Hello, lovely Julia.
Hello, lovely Richard.
It's very nice to be here on the 17th of March, 2001, 2010. What is it? 18th of June, 1474? It's the 17th of January, 2020. There we are. What do you say? Do you say 2020 or do you say 2020?
I say 2020, but
now I'm going to get you to move that way. I'm going to get myself to move fractionally that way, and I'm going to get rid of this cushion so that I'm more on your height. There we go. We have a slight technical issue with our heights, ladies and gentlemen, but fear not, due to science, we're going to sort that. But I can't tell you exactly yet how it... Oh, this seat is actually quite cold now.
Is it?
Yeah.
I look washed out. Oh, well.
Yeah, you probably just...
I'm a ghost.
It might be that the light there is a bit bright. Hang on a minute, I can do that.
Yes,
would you like to say hello to a few people?
Yes. Hello, Peter May. Hello, Nigel Sadler. Hello, Ware in Sussex. Hello, Andrew Norris. Hello, Rami Boo. Hello, Toxic Toenails. I've never seen you before. Hello.
Hello, Toxic Toenails.
Hello, Graham Whittington. Marriott Genealogy. Probably never say that right. I'm sorry. I can't see any more at the moment, but hello, everybody.
Very nice to see you. Thank you so much. That's probably yeah. That light is too bright. I've got to go and adjust that light because it's too bright. I've been fiddling with the lights, because I didn't know that you'd gone on a special sabbatical of pale skin treatment, which is quite
nothing
useful
different to what I knew.
So, ladies and gentlemen, just keep them amused for one moment. Maybe tell them what we're doing tonight.
Well, tonight I will be talking a little bit about ASMR and giving some examples of it, and I'd like to see your reactions. You will have warnings, so if you don't want to hear these weird sounds, it's not going to be weird.
They may not
sounds.
know what ASMR is. Perhaps you need to just tell them that.
Okay, a quick introduction is ASMR stands for Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response, which is essentially the opposite to I'm not sure how to pronounce this one. Misophonia?
Misophonia? My little poniosphere?
Yeah, anyway. And that is basically where a lot of people, well, not a lot, but people have a reaction
starry
to
hands.
Certain sounds like chewing of food or heavy breathing, or even the clicking of a pen, click, click, click. So I know when I worked in an office, the clicking of pens, I mean, I used to do it.
Frustrate people, didn't it?
Yeah. I'd have someone throw a rubber band ball at my head, like, oh, all right, fine, I'm doing it again, sorry.
So we're not doing that one, but we're doing the opposite.
We're looking at the opposite, ASMR.
So just to say it again, what ASMR stands for?
It stands for Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response.
Okay, autonomous, I can get that. That's
it's automatic.
Automatic. Meridian.
Yeah, I suppose it's the part of the brain, I guess.
Is it?
Or
And the what was the other bit? Response.
Sensory
Response. So the responding bit is you respond
to the sensory input.
So it's like an extra sensory, not perception as in ESP, but an extra sensory overload, is it?
Well, depends, because misophonia or misophonia, that is the negative response, and that they've actually proved that is an actual brain abnormality which causes that, and essentially
right. But we're not doing that one.
No, we're doing the opposite one, which is the good one. Gives you brain tingles. Is how it's described.
So people people like it, and there's a lot of this ASMR on YouTube.
It's a massive fad going on. It's been building for a couple of years now.
And it's usually pretty girls. You get blokes doing it?
I haven't found any blokes doing it.
So you get these pretty girls, because I've actually had a look since
all
you
glammed
said
up,
this.
yeah.
All glammed up. That must be part of it. And they're tapping. I mean, I think, to me, it's like Foley work. If you know what Foley work is, that's a thing in the cinema when the background sound effects, you see someone walking across I don't know, frozen lake or in snow, and you hear the... Well, they haven't recorded...
Love sounds like that.
Yeah, they haven't recorded that sound live when they filmed it. They put that on afterwards on what they call a Foley track, Foley, Foley. And so this, to me, sounds like it's just sound effects and Foley when people are scratching things, tapping things.
Yes, but it obviously creates a different response in different people. Some people feel nothing, some people don't like it.
I don't feel anything. I've seen these things and I just think, oh, you're getting some nice sound effects.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make me go, ooh, but it does to some people.
A lot of them don't really do much for me. Just watch out of interest just to see...
Fingers down a chalkboard, says
yes,
that's
definitely one of the... But then again, I think that's a general thing. Nobody really likes that because it hurts.
Nigel says sensory integration issues.
Yeah,
what does that mean?
Well, the integration of sensory input into
your you see, it's all these technical words. I'm not very good with technical. It's nice if you can put it in layman's terms. I'm just not good when people put it like, I'm sure that's very precise, but I have no idea what it means. My favourite sound is the buttering of toast, says Jeff Kellison.
Yep.
We got the. Actually, you could tell us to do any sound effect you like. Between us, we'll try and do the sounds.
We've only got our voices, though. Really, we haven't.
Well, that's what I meant
else.
with voices. But because you're going to do them specially. I've always wanted to be a Foley artist, says Mandy of Mary Mac. Yes, I think that would be great fun, creating that and creating soundscapes, as they say.
I actually know a Foley artist.
Oh, well, that's good. Yeah. The same effect, says Linda Kane, that you get with certain pieces of music, the tingle factor.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. Dave Ford says, received a complaint from Olivia Newton-John. Oh, this is an update from the other show. He says, concerning Wednesday night's edition of the Vobes show, when the host described her as a bit old. CNJ, don't know what that stands for.
ONJ.
Oh, ONJ.
Olivia Newton-John.
Oh, Olivia Newton-John. Can't be asked to type it twice. Said, he is no spring chicken himself either. Let me just have a word with Olivia Newton-John. 1 second, please.
Oh, here we go.
Now listen here, you old bag. I'm going to tell you, if you're not careful, I'm going to bring you out here and you'll have to sing one of your songs. And one of them from Greece.
Oh, gosh, don't make him sing.
Yes. What's that famous one that she does on Greece? You're the one that I want.
I say, really? Do I need to tell you?
Yeah, there we go. Ed Loud says, tonight my mother is visiting and drinking Parma Violet flavoured cider. Could you not just get some neat vodka and just drop some of those purple sweets, those sort of they're like refreshers, aren't they? Chuck them into a glass and let them fizz up. That would be quite nice.
I bet it tastes wonderful if you like Parma Violets. I'm afraid I don't.
She says that would be a good one to have on the show. Julia, it's purple, but you don't like it.
But it looked pretty. I'd like to have it on the shelf just to look at.
You remember the old chemist shops that you used to go in and they used to have teardrop-shaped bottles with coloured liquid in there. Assuming it was coloured liquid, it may be something that the chemist at the end of the day was snorting up his nostrils. Who knows? If you do know, let me know. Paul Shergold says, this show has come a long way in a week. Last Friday I was sat here watching you take sponges out of a box, Richard. Was I really doing that?
Yeah. Kevin's gift.
Oh, yes, that's right. Kevin's gift. Yes, there's not much left of Kevin's gift. I've been showering in that lovely whatever it was for the shower unit, you know, the washing liquid he gave me. I thought that was lovely. Loads of bubbles. My skin's come in a terrible rash. It's been a bit of a rush.
Paul Shergold also says, this week I'm learning stuff.
So that makes a change.
Where in Sussex
from this show.
Where in Sussex says, does that mean Axel Foley was phony?
Yes, Axel Foley was completely phony. He got somebody else to do the do 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 do.
Yes.
But you didn't know I knew that.
No, I didn't.
Neither did I. Kevin, actually, talking to Kevin. Well, let's find out what Kevin is up to, because we haven't seen him out there, have we? He may well be... Hang on, I'll just move my microphone. Before we get on to the ASMR, which we're coming on to very shortly, ladies and gentlemen, we just want to find out what's happened to Kevin, because he may be near you.
Hi Richard, I'm out on a walk. I'm just following public footpath signs, and I think I'm heading out towards Ambersham. Anyway, we've got all these trees here, and we've got these fantastic catkins out. But this is mainly oak and beech through here, by the looks of it. Sorry, I just spun around a bit quick there. But just down here, I'm just using the phone, no gimbal, just holding it. And just there, we've got that bridge going over the stream. Absolutely lovely.
Well, apparently, thank you, Kevin. I hope you've managed to find your way out of that maze of catkins. Apparently, we're freezing and buffering. You're freezing and I'm buffering. That's our new name. Freezing and Buffering Show. Ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, bum.
Woo!
So,
Just
ASMR.
Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourself.
So, okay. How's this going to work then, lovely Julia?
Well...
Yes, thank you. You?
Yes, thanks.
Good. Oh!
What's happening?
That was me.
What are you doing?
What's
going on?
Just resetting things. Imagine we've just started again. Yes, rebuffer. I mean,
Rebuffering.
ASM jolly people.
Pardon?
Yes.
ASMR. So to reiterate, it's autonomous sensory meridian response. And it's the opposite thing to misophonia, which is a genuine brain abnormality where trigger sounds such as eating, breathing, slurping cause a feeling of disgust. And in effect, it causes a flight or flight reaction and heightened blood pressure and, generally not feeling good about things. So ASMR is the opposite, causing brain tingles, as it is described by sufferers, for want of a better word. And the biggest reactions come from whispering, tapping, slow movements, and leaves you feeling calm and relaxed. So let's see how you guys react. If you don't want to listen,
switch off.
Just turn the volume down.
No, don't do any of that. You've got to listen. It helps the algorithm.
Yeah, true. Well, it gives us a more accurate. So, I have a few items. There's only a few little items that I'm going to try.
Now, what's going to happen is I'm going to turn my microphone down so you can't hear me. Apparently, that's an essential aspect of it. Can't believe it myself, but there we are.
Let me know when you turn them.
And then I will turn the lovely Julia's microphone. I will enhance the gain. So if you suddenly find a gain chicken running through your house, you'll know what's happened and what I'm on about there. So I'm just going over to the special studio reversing desk.
Reverse polarity.
That's not part of it. Okay, I'm gonna twiddle my microphone out of existence. And yours is up.
Where in Sussex says, I can't understand why men enjoy watching attractive women doing calming and relaxing sounds. Quite. So the first one I'm going to do is actually one of my toothbrushes. I've got two, an electric one and this one. It's a bamboo one. I really like it. But yeah, try this. Okay. How about this one? Don't know how well you can hear any of this. Okay, what did we think of that? If we have some reactions first and then we'll try some more later.
Well, that was interesting because what I should have done is I could have monitored it. Can you do just a couple more? I'm going to just put these heavily headphones, and actually you could monitor it as well. It's probably easier if you monitor it because you know
then I know what levels I'm
Yeah,
at.
here we go. You stick that on. I'll stick like that. Wait a minute. Hang on. Fading myself down.
Oh, I like it. Yeah, be careful with that camera angle, thank you.
Right, I'm back now. What was that like?
I quite liked it, but I was doing it.
Yeah, so somebody just said there, Mickey Stevens says it sounds like what it is, which it's not we're not trying to disguise it to make, these aren't sound effects, we're trying to make the sound of something else.
No, we just want to know how those sounds, if they had any kind of reaction with you, whether you didn't like it, or whether it was just meh, or whether you went, ooh.
Andrew
ooh.
Norris says he liked the second one, make the brush them slower.
Ah, yes.
I mean, it'd be good. I haven't got a means to put reverb on, but if you could put reverb on, that would make it really interesting. Mike Dixon says you're stimulating neuroplasticity through the Bald Explorer world.
Yep.
Talking of Mike Dixon, we're going to see a little bit of Mike Dixon in the show very soon. So I'm glad he's out there. I want you to tell me what he's up to. Dave Ford says, I've just looked up some of these AMSR YouTube videos. What do you mean? Why are you doing that during the show, you swine? It all looks a bit kinky to me. I think I'll look at some more later, purely for research purposes, of course.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it is
there
a little bit fetishy.
Is there a sexual element to this?
I think there can be. Some of these ladies do like personal attention.
Oh, right, okay.
kind of
Well, let's
style
not
videos.
find out what that is, because
No.
like...
Don't be silly. Be serious. No. Stop it.
Stop it. Stopping it now.
Behave.
I mean, that was an electric shaver, obviously.
Whatever. Anyway, they do things such as, well, they change backdrops and things like that. One in particular one, I will say her name, Ting Ting.
Ting Ting?
Ting Ting. She's my favourite so far. She does personal attention videos where she'll whisper.
Yes.
That's the key thing. And she moves slowly. And she, for example, one of the videos was an ear piercing studio. So she, talks to you about it and says, what kind of ear piercings do you want? And these are the ones I've got. And she shows you some earrings and, makes the noises. And then she, explains that she's going to put these little Velcro things in your hair above your ear to keep them out of the way. And then so you can hear that sort of thing going on. And it's fascinating because, well, before
You've got headphones. It works better with headphones, doesn't it?
I should imagine it would.
So you can do left and right. So she can
but
come
do
over
be
to one
careful
side.
if you are going to go try looking at these videos. Do be careful when you're wearing headphones, especially because if they have adverts interrupting, that's a big shock, and it will hurt.
Brain hemorrhage time. I'm just going to see if I can scroll up because there's been some interesting comments, but I just thought I'd let them go past because you were saying some important things here.
Okay.
So be careful with that webcam. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
That's why you read that. That hairbrush was a good one. Wow, says Francisco. Boing,
Francesco.
Who is somebody who obviously suffers from noise overload.
Well, no, that's if you like the sound of bells, that could also be seen as ASMR response.
Francisco's got bell phobia.
Francesco.
He says, "Wow! All of a sudden, you're not the Bald Explorer." Yeah, that's right. It's a wow fact. I don't know what he means by that. Ramy Boo says, "Last year for Super Bowl, we had a beer commercial with some lady popping the bottle cap off, hearing the fizz, and then whispering into a microphone. Everyone knew I found it highly...
Everyone I knew found it highly annoying.
It would annoy me, I have to say. I think you have swapped microphones."
No.
Oh, really? Did you heard it? Did you hear it clearly?
Yeah, I could hear it in the headset.
Wait a minute. I may have done that. I may have done that wrong. Hang on. We may have to have an action replay. One.
If I do it again, I'll do it quiet,
Yeah,
slower.
Tap your microphone. Oh yeah, that's you, all right. Tap mine. Yeah, no, I don't know what he's talking about.
Maybe just because yours was off and couldn't hear you. So
Yeah, no, the
I
whole
had
point was I
loud.
turned mine off so you could concentrate on the lovely Julie, you
You're
fathead.
shouting at the microphone again.
Oh, sorry.
So some of the other
The purpose of
interesting.
that was so that you could concentrate on the lovely Julia, you fathead.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to say fathead quite so loud. Fathead! Peter May says it sounds nice to me too. So, bear in mind, if you do like it, the lovely Julia will come round your house and flick her earbrush in your...
Well, maybe I'll do an ASMR channel.
Yes, I think you'll be good at it. I think you'll get more viewers. It'd be very annoying, but you'll probably get more viewers by sitting at home doing this than actually getting in the car, putting in the petrol, going for a walk and all the rest of it. Andrew Norris says, definitely the blue tipped brush was the best.
This one.
Ah.
Yeah.
Francesca says, do you need to do the soap?
Soup.
Do you need to do the soup
You
one?
need to do the soup one. Message above. What message above?
You're wearing headphones.
No, anyway,
Doesn't matter.
Where in Sussex says, it's weird. The hairbrush triggers thoughts of my daughter having her hair, hating having her hairbrush done.
Oh, right.
You've scrolled too far.
Oh, sorry. I was just trying to catch back up with where we were. Sorry about this, ladies and gentlemen. Hang on. I can't. It won't go now.
Okay. But yeah, he said it's very stressful sound, so sorry about that.
Sorry about that. Right, okay, so we're just having a moment now because Mike Dixon is out there. Mike Dixon, very nice bloke, but I'm very interested to know... if you can tell me what the hell he's up to. Okay, why isn't that working? I'm on the right channel and everything. Let me try that again.
Nothing's happening.
Nothing's happening. That's a nuisance. I tell you what. Instead of that, then, sorry, Mike, you've just been axed. Let's see where Kevin is. That's not working either.
no.
Why is that not working then? Oh wait, I know why. Here we go. I know why. It's this complicated system. So Kevin's just been axed. Let's go back to Mike. Now I understand it's this complicated thing. What is Mike up to? So there we go. The question is, what is Mike Dixon up to wandering around the graveyards of Sussex?
Intriguing.
Intriguing stuff. Audrey Forbes Hamilton. Comedy name Forbes Hamilton. But Audrey, if it isn't, please don't be offended. We don't want you to disappear. But
Take him with a bath full of salt.
yes, take a bath full of salts.
That's what I said.
It's Francisco Bellringer says, my message above was you need to do an ASMR where you make soup, preferably a more liquid one.
And slurp it with a spoon, obviously. It can be heard as very relaxing listening to slurping soup.
Yeah. You don't need to say obvious if it's obvious. Obviously.
Yeah.
Oh, I've just
It's
said
funny.
it myself.
It's funny. I do have the ASMR thing. I do get brain tingles with certain sounds.
What brain tingles do you get? What sounds?
They just feel good and relaxed and calm.
What sort of sounds makes your brain tingle? Oh, okay. So do you sit at home when there's nobody about with your brushes and do that for yourself?
No, I don't specifically seek it out. But
Is it one of those things, it's like tickling, where if you do it to yourself, it doesn't work. But if somebody else does it, it does.
Well, I've just said that works for me.
Oh, so that will work for you. Oh, okay.
Yep. But no, I don't usually specifically seek it out, but I'll just find myself. If I'm holding my brush and I'm getting stressed, I'll just... and I find myself calming.
Oh, fair enough. So Audrey's correct. Forbes Hamilton. Is that it's supposed to have 2 Fs in Forbes Hamilton? That's even better. Looking at lichen or lichen. What do you say? Do you say lichen or do you say lichen?
It's another one of those words, isn't it? 6 of one, half a dozen of the other.
Yes, because Mike was correcting me on my pronunciation of it, or pronunciation. Do you say pronunciation or do you say pronunciation? Because pronunciation is the correct way to say pronunciation, but I always say pronunciation, so sod it. So there you go. Patrick says studying moss. Glenn Johnson says using binoculars backwards. That's very true. Factor, says Linda Kane, apropos of, I have a very old CD called The Something Factor. The Max Factor, is it? Ed Ovett says, what is ASMR? Pardon my ignorance. He's obviously late coming to the party.
One more time.
Yeah.
ASMR stands for Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response.
Which may mean nothing to you. It meant nothing to me. Autonomous means automatic.
Sensory.
We sense things.
Yeah. Meridian response. So it's a kind of, I suppose, a central response within yourself, within your brain.
Yeah, what does meridian... Can somebody just go and look up meridian? You know how people have Alexa? Hey, Alexa, what does meridian mean? Or, hey, Google, what does... I've got, hey, Bald Explorer audience... hey, Vobe Show audience, what does meridian mean? I thought meridian was the line down from Greenwich Mean Time.
Well, yeah.
So
I for some reason, I just imagine it as like middle, central.
The lovely Audrey says, yes, 2 small Fs, and it is my real name, so leave me alone, you horrible bull Matt. Sorry about that, Audrey. I really didn't mean to take... It's a lovely name. I wish I had a double-barreled name. Of course, I would have it Vobes, but, just to be irritating. Have you got some more of these lovely sounds?
I do have something else I was going to make some sounds with. I haven't tuned it, though.
That sounds interesting. Shall we do that?
Yeah, okay, we'll try it.
We'll try it. We're going to try this. So, hang on a minute. You need to have these.
Ooh. Danke.
So that you can hear how out of tune it is. Longitude measurement, says Mickey Stevens. There we are. Meridian means middle.
That's what I thought.
Oh, so it's just the middle of your head?
No, it's just a central brain response, I guess.
Oh, okay, fine.
I have the understanding, but not the way of explaining.
Right, your microphone is now up.
Okay. I'm just going to try some tapping sounds. What do we think of that? Anything?
So, of course, I just heard... I didn't have the amplified... Oh. Was that the whistle?
Yeah, that's
from...
because I keep
putting
putting
the microphone.
Yeah.
I didn't have the amplified sound, so to me, I have no idea what that sounded like, other than you were plucking them, but without any sound.
No, I was muting the strings with my hand.
Right.
Because it's not tuned, and I wasn't aiming to make a tune with it.
No. Glenn Johnson went yay, and I think he got excited that you were going to play an actual tune.
Yeah, sorry. Not brave enough for that.
We had you singing before, didn't we?
Yeah.
We have got at the back here...
That was...
We have a magic hat.
Oh.
That apparently when you put the magic hat on, special things happen to the lovely Julia. Let's just see if there's anything special happening tonight. Does it make... does the hat make a special noise? For a meridian? I mean, I suppose, I quite like it when I used to go with the family. She was trying to see me. She said, "Oi! Let me in! You owe me
Sorry,
£20.
I did that, didn't I? I did.
You owe me £20. I said, I don't know what you're talking about, madam. Go away. And by the way, these are useless for fishing. The fish gets through that big hole at the end. Anyway, so it was the rain on the falling nice warm duvet.
Did cookies on her desktop. Very funny. That was funny. Well done.
They look like cookies.
I like it.
Oh,
yeah.
Except, Julia, you have got me into trouble. Mrs. Ford just caught me watching a video of the delightful tingling stocking.
Ting-ting, stroking her microphone.
Oh, I see.
With two soft brushes in a very sensual way.
Trying to explain it now. Yes, you're all going to go over. Now, if you notice, Ting Ting has about 62,000 million viewers, and she just sits there tapping her microphone like that with various things. I get into a car and drive all round the place, and I get, a few viewers. The best way I've discovered to get viewers is to make a video about your Clear View Pioneer 400 fireside wood-burning stove.
Yes, that's done really well.
For some reason, it's nearly up to 10,000 views.
My goodness.
And it was just me going, oh, God, it's raining. What am I going to do? I'll do a video about my fire. And, the ones that... Isn't it irritating? You go out and you make a video, and the ones that you plan and take forever to make... Nobody's interested. The ones that you just like, I'll light the fire and tell you a little bit about it, or you tap a microphone, the world and his brother are teeming to get to see it. What is that all about? What is it? Because we could just sit here like this and go... I remember...
I don't think you get the much ASMR, do you?
No, I
really?
don't get it at all.
No, except for the classic things like rain, fall...
Yeah, I mean, I don't like the...
No, nobody likes that.
I can
We've
tolerate
established
it.
why, because it hurts.
I can tolerate it, but it's not. I wouldn't seek it out.
So we've got some other responses. Andrew Norris says, rain falling on my tent is delightful.
Yes.
I like that.
Yes. Because there's more associated with that, because generally I like it if I'm snug and warm. If I'm outside of the tent or the caravan getting soaked with the water inside me...
Shall I read the comments?
It's not so good. You can.
Thanks. Toxic Toenail says, I quite like the sound of a Zippo lighter opening and closing. Yes, I do too. Francesco Bellringer says, no, rain on a conservatory roof. That's another good. Rain hitting almost anything. Where in Sussex says, rain hitting a caravan equals holiday ruined and stuck in with the kids in a small space. There is that. But at least you sleep well.
That's an optimistic way. If you're going to go in a caravan, you've got to expect rain.
Round like a circle in a spiral, like a wheel within a wheel. Thank you very much for that, Steve.
Apropos of what?
Where in Sussex says round like a circle in a spiral. He knows. The hat is on. Yeah, never mind. Sorry, that was very, very condescending. That's the word I was looking for.
I'm used to it.
We'll
Randy Boo says, is anyone... taking that hat away. Too assertive for this show. Rami Boo says, is anyone else having freezing and buffering? Yes, it's a freezing and buffering show. We've already explained that. I've exited, rejoined 3 times now. It's doing it. Can't explain why that happened.
What a shame.
Do a video on washing up using Kevin's gifts. That'll go viral. Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
I would clean up with that one, wouldn't I?
Glenn Johnson says he loves the sound of breaking glass amplified. That can be very therapeutic.
I thought that was a song.
Maybe.
I love the sound of breaking glass. Or was that a film? They shoot horses, don't they? That was a film.
I don't like it.
It's Where in Sussex says, my video, not that I make many, but most of them I have is about 12 years old and is about New Haven ferry docking. That's the most popular. How many views have you got on that, my Where in Sussex Are You? Our Lichin film could hit 1 million viewers. Exciting stuff. Talking of people who do exciting things, the lovely Kevin is... Oh, hang on. The lovely Kevin... Sorry about that. The lovely Kevin is out and about. Wonder where he is out and about now.
Richard, I'm now out on Ambersham Common. And obviously anybody that can see that in the distance is the South Downs. And the wind is really getting up now. I've had to put my waterproof trousers on, or my over trousers over top of my jeans. But we've got lots of heather and all this bracken in front of me. It must look stunning when all this flowers come out. I apologise if the wind is affecting the sound. But obviously that's all out through there, that's fir plantations. And then we've got this up here, some lovely gorse. So I'm going to try and head for home now, although I'm not sure exactly which direction I'm going to go. But I've never got lost before. Famous last words, eh?
So there we are. It looked like it was raining. Was it rain? Is Kevin actually out there? I haven't seen him out there at all.
No, me neither.
I don't know if it was looked like it was raining out there with all the lovely bracken. So anyway, thank you for that, Kevin. I'm going to turn that one off. Make sure it doesn't happen again.
Glenn Johnson says it was. I assume he means the last comment he made was a song lyric.
Which one was that? The breaking glass one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Andrew Norris confirms that. I love the sound of breaking glass. Bowie. Oh, I should have known that.
Yeah, I should have known that. But Kevin, your skin is waterproof. I don't know if Kevin is out there, but maybe he's still out there on the moors trying to get back to the studio. Who knows? Was this before the mud, Kevin?
Oh, yes, because he posted in the Bold Explorer group on Facebook a little video of massive 2.5 foot ruts in the mud.
Oh, right.
A really wide section of it where they've been...
I've been so busy, I've not been able to sit. I was out, twiddling my fingers today, so I haven't had a chance to see.
That was all caused by big, heavy machinery going in and removing lots of trees. That's not to say that the trees don't need removing or whatever, but it's just the fact that they were careless about the public footpath. Path.
Oh, right, fair enough. This is the Sally Strain Potter. He's...
The Sally Strain
Potter. I think I've murdered that beyond all possible murdering. The Sally Strain Potter and Bell. The Sally Strain Potter and bell ringer says, "Hello, folks. Got a lot of ringing this week. Yes, probably wringing out your clothes because they're soaking wet. Yeah, sorry about that, Sally Strain Potter.
Yeah, that's going to stick.
It's got to stick
That's
now.
going to stick.
Why would anyone have a YouTube name that is so long-winded as to cause the Vobes problems?
But it may be exactly for that reason.
It may well, actually. May have done that on purpose. But
Peter May says, I go to sleep every night to YouTube videos of, say, rain on tent, etc. I love the rain, let alone on a tin roof.
Ah. If you listen to that one of the cat on a hot tin roof, that one's quite good. I think Elizabeth Taylor did that with Richard Burton, I believe. They did a hillbilly dance routine on a corrugated iron tin roof in Timbuktu. And it was very nice, if I remember it.
Yes. Oh, by the way, yes, Peter, I also use ambience videos like that to help me sleep if I'm really struggling.
Yeah, those ambulance videos are quite good, aren't they? I like the 1950s. Oh no, hang on, the 1950s is more. Then you got into the sort of 1980s, which was. And now, who can do the siren of an ambulance? Who could do the sound effect of an ambulance now? How do they go? Woo! What? It's not even that, is it? It's nobody knows. Nobody knows
something
how to
like
do that.
Bedo.
Yes.
So it's the Minions. Sorry, my bad.
If you've used a bidet recently, you'll know exactly how that works. What can you tell me? How does this work? Because every now and again I see message retracted. Is that the people who type the message?
Yeah, they delete it.
Why is that? Is they get worried about what they've said?
Maybe they've misspelt something, or maybe they just decided they don't actually want to have said it, or don't want it read out.
Oh, okay.
Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
Many reasons.
It always makes me think, oh, they've sworn, and then go, oh, I better not swear, or said something really horrible. The salty train, the salty train spotter and bell ringer. It's interesting that you put a comma after train spotter, but you don't need a comma there. You don't need.
You only generally use a comma when it's
two separate thoughts?
three more things.
Well, if you yes, it's like
Grammar.
Eats leaves and eats shoots and leaves. That's a classic thing. If you don't, if you don't put the comma in the right place, it can look like you've eat shoots and leaves. But
yes, please don't just explain that anymore.
If you by putting a comma before leaves, of course, eat shoots, comma and leaves. It says, but you don't need. You don't need the salty train spotter and bell ringer works without the comma, because otherwise you're saying the salty train spotter, one idea, and bell ringer.
Any more, Nick? Do you want to pick?
Yes. You've put a capital B on bell and not on R. I would have put a capital B and a capital R, and I would have put salty and with a capital S and a capital T on train spotter.
Beedo, grammar police, Beedo.
Might be worth just making that little edit for the future.
Apparently it's an Oxford comma, says we're in Sussex.
It's an Oxford comma. Well, that's like the greengrocer's apostrophe. It's unnecessary, and get rid of it. Dave
Using
Ford
an
says,
unneeded F.
Richard, next 2 days forecast will be sunny with clear skies, so light conditions should be good for your filming. I'm not doing any filming.
Cheers to that. No? Oh, it's weekend.
Ever again. Before the light gets duller.
Believed
don't
him.
say that. I'm going up north next week. Well, the end of the next week. Where in Sussex says, got 3.3k views on the Great Bus Fire of Polegate now. Airman's Grave video, 76 views. Look at me tapping the floor. Have you got any more wonderful sound effects to play at the lovely audience?
I suppose I can make some.
So we're gonna. Can you get
as we
those to
go.
fart?
I might.
Yes. We're gonna do the.
Oh no, because it's not the slime. It's Play-Doh.
Can you make dough sounds?
What about that one?
Linda Kane says, but it's just one person or two. But is it just one person or two? Oh yes, you see, that's the thing. Is it just one person or two? The salty train spotter and bell ringer. Well, that's true. You could construe that as two people, like the salty train spotter and a bell ringer.
Nigel Sadler says, often we've asked a question, but because of the 40-second delay, you sometimes give the answer before we've asked, so to speak. So we retract. So there's another reason, maybe.
Ah, there you go. Yes, because we're psychic, you've asked a question and 40 seconds go, well, that seems the wrong way round, doesn't it?
Oh, no, sometimes we're still talking about the thing.
Oh,
and then they want to know something, but then
the
answers come out anyway.
Yeah, thanks for that, Nigel. We actually had answered that question before you typed it, so you could have retracted that. Rami Boo says, that's why we delete our messages.
And that's why we delete a message. Agreeing with Nigel Sadler, I think.
I'm not convinced that we get all the messages anyway.
No, me neither. I'm convinced, because sometimes when I've been watching at home and then you've read something out and I'm like scanning and I'm scrolling up and down, where the heck is that one?
Where's that message? Who's got it?
Yeah.
Peter May says, when you're doing a cooking show with me, when are you doing a cooking show with me, Richard? There should be a question mark at the end of that. Not because I want to make you ill, comma, I want to show people how to make a good proper French onion soup.
Ooh.
Maybe.
Ooh.
And there's too many question marks at the end of that. Not that I'm very good at grammar myself, to be honest with you, or spelling, or writing, or even reading, which is the biggest problem I seem to have.
Question?
Yes.
What's a Doppler?
A Doppler?
And I don't mean... Yeah.
Love your Doppler, Richard. Thank you
Glenn
very
Johnson.
much. Yes, Doppler. Well, the Doppler sound is that...
Oh, okay. Oh, Jetsons. Almost.
Jetsons.
It was better when I was a kid. Pneumatic drill.
What comedy sounds can you make with your mouth, Julia?
The Jetsons.
Oh yes, the
vehicle.
Jetsons. That's very good. Where do the 40 seconds go? Says Mike Dixon. That is very good. Mike Dixon. Did we answer the question what Mike Dixon was up to?
Yes, they correctly guessed it was studying lichens or lichens, however
good.
You would like to pronounce it.
Mike,
pronounce it.
Yes, exactly. When you pronounce. Well, it's pronunciation, but I think it's pronounce.
Yes.
You can pronounce something.
Yes, I think that's.
I don't think you pronounce things.
No, you don't. I just thought it was funny, so I said it.
I agree. The lovely Mike Dixon and I were out filming, and he was telling me about his previous work. And in one of our videos coming up, I think on Monday, we will be finding out what he previously did. He set up a business selling camera equipment for a long time, and it became quite popular. There was a whole chain of his stores all up and down the countryside. And in the end, they were competing with my chain of shops that I had called Richard Shops, you may remember, but I was specialising in women's underwear back in the day. But so Mike decided he wasn't going to do any more of that electrical stuff because people like Amazon came along and curries. They used to do it. They started off as an Indian-based firm making lovely, hot, spicy food and then decided, look, Mike Dixon's got a good line there with electrical products. We'll do some white goods because we come from India. And then they decided they weren't going to do that. They thought they would go back and make poppadoms.
A couple of people have responded to the chat missing messages thing.
Oh, right. Hang on. Special alert.
Basically, you see at the top there where it says top chat.
Yeah, top
if you
chat,
click
yeah.
on that little down arrow,
Oh, yeah.
and you should be able to have an option there saying all
Hang on.
messages.
I can't find the mouse. Where's the mouse gone?
There.
Oh, there it is.
Ooh.
Sorry, the mouse is flying around all over the place at the moment. Live chat, all the messages. Oh, that's better, isn't it?
Bada bing, bada boom.
Oh, welcome to all the messages. Here you won't lose a single one.
Oh dear.
Oh my goodness! Isn't that's too many twos? Too many twos. Oh blimey!
Where in Sussex says the sound effect of the ambulance. Mrs. Pilfold said, "Why is Julia shouting pedo, pedo?"
Well, it isn't a special alert, though. You see, Julia tells.
There are none of those here, I assure you.
Not here, but some. There's probably ambulance men.
Probably like rats. She's probably never that far away from one, really.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, that's really positive of me, isn't it?
It is positive.
Sorry.
Pedo.
Shut up.
Nigel Sadler says, I've just discovered a setting that I think displays all the messages on the computer. You can retract that because we've just answered that question. Thank you. See,
no
that's
need,
that 40
no need
seconds.
to retract.
Wait, who can do the sound effect of the TARDIS? I could do the sound effect of the TARDIS. But I really need reverb, but I haven't got any reverb. And I need to
I'm
have
not
a
even
drink
going to
before.
embarrass myself. I've already done that, but never mind.
Something like that. Works better with reverb.
That was good. That was good.
Daleks.
Oh, here we go.
This is where I really lose my throat. Exterminate! Hang on. Need to go back from the... Hang on, I've got to get that gargly effect. Hang on a minute. You are the doctor! We must exterminate! I obey! You must kill him! I can't kill him at the moment! Why not? I'm washing my smalls! You haven't got any smalls! I have two! You have not got one! No, I mean I have got them! Are you sure? Yes, I have bits that go over the bobbly things on my skirt! That's not a skirt, you fool! Exterminate! Call the doctor!
And so, ladies and gentlemen, Elfwald says, sounds like an angry cat. Where in Sussex says, Julia's been reading the Daily Express. In London, you're never more than 15 foot from a paedophile. Oh dear. No, I hadn't. But never mind. Interesting.
I'm just recovering my voice.
Definitely not taking my kids to London.
No, don't go to London. The sound of the TARDIS used to drive my nephew behind the sofa. How old was he? 72. 72? Having a poo. What, behind the sofa? Cats fighting. Oh, right. Can you do cats fighting? You can do cats. You're good at cat sounds. What's that?
It's them hissing.
Oh, hissing. Oh, yes, of course. It is hissing.
That's actually
Andrew
more
Norris,
of an
please put him
imitation.
out of his misery.
it's more an imitation of the Tom and Jerry.
Richard, you are fighting Logan.
Huh?
Oh, frightening.
Frightening Logan.
Frightening. Sorry, there's an R there. I didn't read that. You will have to. You'll do yourself a message. I've already read to begin with the show, and now the heat has really dried my face out. Ed Loud says, my nan and granddad had a cat that lost its voice. I'm not even joking. I didn't think for a moment you were, Ed.
Paul Shergold says that thing about the show.
I hadn't finished his sentence. Its meow sounded like Richard's Dalek. Thank you. Sorry.
Paul Shergold said that thing I said about the show coming a long way in a week. I take it all back.
Yes, I'm so sorry about the Veg Grower.
All my hard work, and you just take it away.
The Veg Grower podcast is out there. He says, hi hall.
Hi hall. It's off the Vobes show we go.
The Vobes.
Anyway.
Yeah. He says, hi hall. I've done it again. Hi all. No, we feel pretty high. Just run in from the end as I'm on a job in Salisbury. He's always doing a job in Salisbury.
He's a hard worker.
Sorry
Always
I'm
on
late,
call or
says
something.
J.W. Harville. I didn't know I'd be punished. You might well be.
Oh, what with the a Dalek sound?
Yes, that was an example of ASMR.
No, that would have been misophonia.
That would have been masterphonia. Very young still, has the same effect at 40. Have to say that London, when referring to it is a scared of it
In a
way.
scared of it kind of way.
That London. I've seen people say that London as if there's another London. Is there a different London?
Don't think so.
Which London? That one. Oh, that one. Sally Train Spotter and the Bell Ringer would like to say this. What would happen if you grew a beard?
He would look really odd, don't you think?
Well, what do you think would happen? I would have hair
On his chin.
my chin. That's what would happen if I grew a beard. It's like, what would happen if I grew hair? I would have hair on my head. I can't make it any more obvious without insulting you. F. Wold says, watch out for
Elf.
Novichok on door handles in Salisbury. Don't worry about that. They stick them on the pizzas there now, which is very nice. You have a Novichok pizza and chips.
Tasty.
Yeah.
Oh, apparently.
Another London in Canada. Oh,
Said
so
Ed
is
Loud.
that the London he means, or is it that? So anyway, we're going to go and get these extra ASMR sound effects from the lovely Julia before we go, and we're going to find out what happened to Kevin Hall before the end of today's show. Lots to fit in, but before that, an advert from nobody. And that was that. Right, microphone going up. Headphones. Do you want the headphones back on?
Yeah. Gotta make something up on the spot.
Microphones are down. It's up now.
Okay, so, what about this?
Bounce it.
Bounce it, that might be too loud. Ouch. Ow.
Oh.
What about this? What about this?
What about this?
Anybody need a wee now? Shake. Ow! Gee whiz. What didn't I do with this? Oh,
No, over the strings.
no. Anything else I can try? Shall I eat the cookie?
Hey,
Cookie? Oh, that was good.
Oh.
Anyway,
Enough of this gay banter. Enough of this. We've got to find out where...
Sorry.
Every
I'm
time.
so sorry.
Every time. We've got to find out what's happened to Kevin. So we're going over to the Kevin moment now. Hang on a minute. I've got to get there. How do I do that? Press
Ooh.
that. And going over
Well,
to the... What's happened to Kevin? Where is he and did he get home? Did he get drowned in the mud? Let's find out now, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi Richard, I'm just about to head towards home, but I've just come up this footpath here and got this signpost here. There's an arrow point down that way, but I'm going up that way, and that will take me back into West Lavington and then back home, he says, hopefully. So anyway, this is my last of my little videos. I've got a video I'm going to post on a group later, which is a bit of a rant about the condition of the public footpaths that the estate the Cowdrey Estate workers have left the footpath in. In fact, it's not a footpath, it's a mud bath. Catch you on another one. Bye.
You'd know how long I was hovering here waiting for that video to end. So I could give you crunching. So I was trying to do crunching of his feet. Kevin,
Particularly comedic length of time, actually.
if Kevin is out there, Kevin, please, when you do these videos, we'd like to see your face. All this pointing away from it. We want to see your face. Has he learnt nothing? He's learnt nothing.
Mikey Stevens says the brush reminds me of a cat's purring. That's an interesting one. Yes. Yeah. I don't know about you guys, but I love the sound of a cat's purr. What? And it's be intensified when it's a cat that you're particularly attached to. Like when Emerald purrs, and she's got a very quiet purr, but you just nestle my head into her like this, might press my ear against her chest, and it's lovely. Home.
I love the sound of pigs squealing as you stick the knife in. Right, ladies and gentlemen. I think
wasn't funny.
No, I don't normally do that. But, you know, what's great is when you tread on a cat's tail. That's always nice.
Ooh, I hate that. Oh, it's like stepping on a snail or a slug. Particularly a snail, because you can hear and feel the crunch. Ugh.
Yeah, but you can't hear them scream. Poor little snails, probably going...
Not unless you put salt on them.
Oh, yes.
Nasty.
Salt on a slug. That's great.
Nasty.
A bit of pepper as well. Grill it for 20 minutes. And you can put some herbs on it, a bit of garlic, and it's actually quite tasty. If ever I hadn't got over to Morrison's in time, as always a good alternative. Mandy of Merrimack is saying goodbye. Oh, goodbye. Nice, Kevin, says Patrick Rose. Where in Sussex says Dad's taxi. Not quite sure why he's put a hashtag in front of that. Old MacDonald had a... Nigel Sadler said, ooh, that was on the Cowdrey Estate. I don't think he said that in his video. Maybe he didn't. Maybe he didn't want to get sued. And Toxic Toenails. Before you go, if you know the theme to Animal Crackers. I don't know, but I know the theme to Animal Magic. Bum bum ba-dum ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum ba-dum. Bum bum ba-dum ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum ba-dum. Da-da-da-da-dum. Ya-ba-ba-dum-ba-dum-bum-bum. Bum-ba-dum-ba-dum. Ya-ba-ba-dum-ba-dum-bum-bum. Bum-ba-dum-ba-dum. Ya-ba-ba-dum-ba-dum-bum-bum. Bum-ba-dum-ba-dum-ba-dum. Bum. Thank you very much for watching.
That was ever going to end then?
No, it never does. I think that was played originally on... what's that thing that they do in Jamaica with the steel drums? Steel drums! Yes, they do it on the steel drums part of that. So there we go. Anyway, the sound of pigs squealing is the sound of the village in December as they are dispatched. It's a horrible sound, but quick. How quick is it?
If only it was that quick.
Anyway...
That's a nice note to end the show on, isn't it? Well,
yes.
Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed, or at least...
Endured,
but enjoyed the introduction to ASMR. I put my T-shirt in. Autonomous sensory meridian response.
Love Johnny Morris. A bit anthropomorphic.
Anthropomorphic.
Oh yes, I don't know what that means. That's a long word.
It means to humanise other creatures.
Oh yes, that's right. The squirrels would be talking to the hippos, going, "Hello, Mr. Hippopotamus. How are you? Oh, I'm all right. Are you going to take out the rubbish?" Says he. "I don't think I'm going to take out the rubbish at all." "Oh, I think you should take it out." I think he's probably the first person to do that in the history of the world. Unless, of course, there was a civilization before this civilization happened and they had invented television and there was a bloke with a peak cap with zookeeper written on it going around going, "Oh, I've got a bit of a backache at the moment." There may have been. On that note, are you going to play us out with the ukulele?
You're so funny.
Can you do When I'm Cleaning Windows?
No, I can't actually. I really ought to try and try.
What do you do for ASMR in vegetarian?
Veganuary.
In veganuary?
Pig execution sound effects.
Very good. Here we go. Julia's going to play us out, ladies and gentlemen. She's going to play us for the theme from what's that famous scene with the knife and the shower curtain in that film?
It's a horror film.
Yeah.
Can't remember which one though.
Love Story, I think it's called. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to fade my microphone out and it's just over to Julia.
Ooh. See,
just keep playing. They don't know. They don't know. They're uneducated. Quick.
Under pressure.
Goodbye, everybody! Goodbye! Take care. Well done, Julia. That was absolutely amazing.
My heart is pounding.
Superb. We'll get her to play some more on the show. She gives us some practice while she's looking after baby George. No, that's... I went to see my son. He's baby George.
He's George.
He's 2 years old. He's not a baby. Baby Joseph. There we are.
George is one of his middle names.
Yes, that's very true. So, baby... Anyway, it doesn't matter. Until next time, thank you so much for watching. Probably be back on Monday. Have a good weekend, whatever you're up to. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to follow, like and subscribe. Leave a comment and become a patron. And we'll see you the next time that we go into the studio and go blah, blah, blah. What's up? Blah, 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 blah. What's up?